Got a good question asked. Who got ran off worse? Was it Joe Montana or Michael Jordan? I had a live stream recently, and it was a great question, and I wanted to address that. Of course, I'm going to say it was Joe Montana because he had won with the 49ers, um, and he had won before Jerry Rice was there, two Super Bowls, and then he won two with Jerry with two different coaches from Bill Walsh to George Seifert. Michael Jordan won all his rings with Phil Jackson. And the thing is that when they were forcing the hand, he retired the first time, the second time because they were going to go in a different direction, changing teams, etc. But he had to say it, who is pretty much his teammates or who he had to associate. Montana was told that Steve Young was going to be the man. Steve Young had been with Tampa Bay and the LA Express in the USFL League, but he hadn't been that good of a quarterback. But he came back in this hybrid run. What you see now wasn't the norm 40 years ago. Just keeping it 100, you know. And to move like he did at the time was a bit of a novelty because he wasn't that good of a quarterback. It took him a while to get it together, and they built a lot around him. That was one of that to me was more the Montana Young situation to me was more conflicted and more twisted than Jordan and Pippen, if you ask me, because it was about the alpha. It was kind of along the lines of Shaq and Kobe, but it was yeah. You kind of almost could make that analogy if you wanted to, because people didn't really document it as such. So to me, Montana did get to an AFC Championship game. They got beat by the Bills, and '93 was his last game. But and it was interesting because he went there with Marcus Allen, who was a cast off from the Raiders, who they pushed Bo Jackson. So you talk about these stories. This kind of stuff in football is scary because they get guys to replace you in your face. The NBA doesn't really do that if you got because it takes time before you get a guy that develops into something like that. You know, like I'm gonna say this right now, and I don't care. Uh, when Steph Curry came along and Klay Thompson came along, Monte Ellis had to go. That was not gonna. Obviously, you saw they made the right decision, and I say that to say there was tears to this and a position to it. But football is a different animal because they get a guy who alongside a position, they got different agendas. So, but it was a great question, though. I appreciate the question being asked. Who, who had it worse as far as when they had to move on. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and please join the membership because when you do the questions like such as this, I will answer them back. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay whole, stay free, stay cool, stay as one. I'm out one time. Peace.